Hello and welcome, everyone. This is our first video in the channel where we will be discussing sonnets. And to open things up for our first sonnet of the channel, we will be looking at the great Edna St. Vincent Millay, a master of the sonnet form and one of the greatest, foremost American practitioners of the art. Millay was born in 1892 in Maine, coming from relatively humble means, and in fact, she would probably never have been recognized if she had not entered a poetry contest when she was, I think, 19 years old. She won the contest and accumulated so much acclaim for this that a group of women raised money for her to attend Vassar. After many adventures later, becoming relatively established, she wrote this sonnet. This is sonnet number 3 from a entry called 4 Sonnets. Without further ado, let's dig into this. Oh, think not I am faithful to a vow. Faithless am I save to love's self alone. Were you not lovely, I would leave you now. After the feet of beauty, fly my own. Were you not still my hunger's rarest food, and water ever to my wildest thirst, I would desert you, think not, but I would, and seek another as I sought you first. But you are mobile as the veering air, and all your charms more changeful than the tide. Wherefore to be inconstant is no care. I have but to continue it at your side. So wanton, light, and false, my love, are you. I am most faithless when I most am true. So to delve into this poem a little bit, we're going to start getting into the nitty-gritty of how she built it. We're going to divide this poem into 2 parts. The first 8 lines are known as the octave, and the second 6 are the sestet. Octave, these 8 lines, she has constructed as 2 quatrains, 2 4-line stanzas. We can see the rhyme scheme here: vow, now, alone, own, food, wood, thirst, and first. But the rhymes come naturally as you're reading it, despite the end stops, meaning the first line ends with the exclamation mark, the second with a period, the third with the colon, etc. There's a lot of grammatical units ended with the line, but it still flows very easily and very naturally. This is because the strong declamatory language that starts the poem with this bold proposition. Oh, think not I am faithful to a vow. She grabs our attention with this idea that goes against so much of the sonnet tradition before it, saying, in fact, she will not be faithful, that she does not hold up to what she says she will do, which we very much expect a sonnet writer And the speaker of a sonnet will affirm and avow that they will be true to what they say they're going to do. But this speaker does something very different. She tells us very directly that her only loyalty is to her own pleasure, to her own feelings, that after the feet of beauty fly her own. And that when it comes to pleasure, there is nothing she wouldn't do to pursue it. She wants hunger's rarest food. She pursues her wildest thirsts, and she would leave one lover for another, just as that first lover was sought initially at the expense of the one before it. After we've read this octave, we are left with a conundrum. We fear, as the reader, we are in a situation that is irredeemable. How could we get out of this? We have someone so reckless, so faithless, that we worry how the poem itself could be saved. Then we have the pivot, which in sonnet speak is called a volta. And the volta occurs between the octave and the sestet. Here we have quite a big pivot. Millay indicates this pivot with the but. But you are mobile. So as flighty as she describes herself as flying after beauty, we have someone even more mobile. Mobile as the veering air, changeful, more changeful than the tide. We get these elemental forces as the moon pulls on the planet and changes the oceans. We have this incredible pull of this affection, which locks the speaker into the beloved. And we end with this incredible final turning in here and screwing down with wonton, this loaded, freighted term for sinful action or desire, that then she reiterates with this falseness, followed by then love and true. And the poem asks us and challenges us as a reader to think, well, what is morality? What is good and bad next to these powerful, powerful forces that truly guide our life? And Millay gives us these huge, powerful forces and delivers them through the virtue of her skillful use of rhyme, her impeccably timed changes in the poem, the subtle and skillful iambic, and above all, how it's all orchestrated together into this speech and cadence that sounds so natural, yet so impassioned, so forceful. I'm sure you'll have your own reactions and your own ideas about this poem as you enjoy it and savor it. But I do think it is a great way to start thinking about the wonderful and incredible power that the sonnet form has and continues to have to this day. Thank you so much for joining me in this first entry. And if there's a sonnet you're thinking about and you would like me to cover, please do let me know. And if you have reactions and ideas about this particular sonnet from Millay, please also put those in the comments. I really look forward to hearing from everybody, and I look forward to sharing the next sonnet with you in our next episode. Thanks so much.